Good morning, everybody, on this Christmas morning, and hope Santa's brought everything that you would like for Christmas under your tree this morning. But before we get into it, if you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It does help the channel up the search. It means new viewers can find it. Thank you very much. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash this subscribe. Come be part of this great community we have here. And also hitting that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. I'm 30 away now from 1100. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking on the $ as well. So yes, this is a live show. I am live. If during the day you put this on, obviously you'll be watching it on a catch-up. Because I'm not expecting many viewers this morning, because obviously it's Christmas Day and, everybody wants to get about that stuff. So this will only be a short show this morning. But all I want to say is on behalf of my channel, look, I wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and, hope you're getting what you want, and hope you're looking forward to your Christmas dinner later. And, we know what happens on a Christmas Day, every Christmas dinner, and you fall asleep on the sofa. It's the genuine rule, and eat lots of chocolate and lots of crap, basically. But, that's what Christmas is all about. I'm actually home alone today because she's at work today. Hopefully she's finishing around about 3-4 o'clock, so that's not too bad. But we'll have our Christmas dinner tomorrow on Boxing Day. Right, okay. I got some comments in, so let's see the comments. And Holly's in, and she says, "Merry Christmas. My Christmas wish is that we have a great comeback at home. So my score prediction is 2-1 or 2-0. Yeah, do you know what, Holly? That's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all. Lee says, "Good morning, Tony and everyone. Merry Christmas to all ye. Newcastle tracksuit top. Get in there." Lovely, mate. Nice one, mate. Merry Christmas, Tony says, "Bia, Merry Christmas to you, mate. Hope you're well." Gordon says, "Merry Christmas, Tony, mate. Merry Christmas to you as well, Gordon. Hope you're well too, mate." Yeah, I mean, look, tomorrow we've got Nottingham Forest. It's going to be a tough game at home. But look, our home form's been absolutely fantastic. We've only lost that one game at home, that was to Liverpool. A game we probably shouldn't have lost, in all honesty. But yeah, look, back on home territory. We should get a win tomorrow. We know Nuno Espirito Santos is the new manager of Nottingham Forest. The last time he was at St James's Park was when he brought Spurs there. And we had a different manager then, no? We had Cabbagehead, who we lost the game 3-2. But look, for him to get his ideas to the Forest team, to implement his tactical awareness and things like that, how he wants Forest to play, it's going to take time. It's going to take 3-4 weeks to get that implemented into the team. So tomorrow is probably too soon for them. I do think we'll beat Forest tomorrow. I really do. But as I say, when a new manager comes in, look, it happened with Eddie Howe when he first came in. It took a little while for him to get his ideas across to the team and for the team to start playing the style that he wanted us to play. But once we started playing that style, that was it, So it is a few weeks of adjustment. I know people say, "Oh, you get this new manager bounce." Sometimes you do when you have a caretaker manager. But when you've got a permanent manager in, sometimes it just takes a little bit longer for that new manager bounce to absolutely hit. Pete's in the chat. He says, "Merry Christmas, mate. We'll be Forest." Absolutely, mate. I'm confident we'll be Forest tomorrow. I don't think we'll smash them, but I think we'll win. It might be a nervy 2-1 win, I think. But, who knows? But it certainly is going to be a very interesting game. Now, I've gone with this lineup for tomorrow. Now, I don't know if anybody else in the chat agrees with this, but this is a lineup I'm sort of going with tomorrow, opting that this player is fit as well. So here we go. So yes, I'm going with Dubravka in goal, Trippier, Shea, Botman and Byrne, the back four that helped us out a lot last season. Miley, Bruno and Longstaff in the midfield three. I'm going Livramento right wing, Isak up top, and Joe Linton left wing. Now look, if Joe Linton's fit, I would give Gordon a rest and play Joe Linton left wing. I would take Miggy out of the team. Miggy has been atrocious for, at least the last couple of months. He's been absolutely atrocious. Yes, he does the hard yards, he runs around that, but I'm sorry, that's not enough. You want more than that. You You want him to cross the ball, and he has to go from right to left because he's got no right foot, Mickey. And look, last season he was doing well. He had his own goal of the month competition. This season he hasn't even done that. His levels really dropped this season. I hope for the sake of it, Eddie Howe just takes him out of the team and says, look, you're on the bench and I'm going to play Tino Livramento right wing. I think Livramento right wing is a good move. He looked okay when he come on the other day, although he only had 10 minutes. Just give the lad a chance from right wing. But Miggy needs to be taken out of this team. He has to be. Sorry. As much as I like Miggy, I think he's a good player. Don't sell him. Keep him as a squad player. Bring him on as an impact sub on the 70th minute or whatever when the other teams are tired, because he'll run rings around them. We know he will. But I think he needs to be taken out of the team just to freshen things up. Even Wilson coming out the team may just freshen things up. Put Isak back in. Isak looked all right when he come on the other day. And just do a bit of rotation. Because our next game is next Monday, obviously, against Liverpool away, which isn't going to be easy, by the way, at Anfield. But that's the lineup I've gone against Forest. Tell me your thoughts in the chat. Is that a good lineup? Or, what would you do if that was your lineup? Probably not the lineup Eddie Howe will go with, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. I've seen it from rival fans saying, Anthony Gordon's dropped off the radar. He's not that good now. Well, no, he is good. The only problem is he's playing every 2 or 3 days. And the lad's knackered and he's not fit, so he needs a period of rest. That's what he needs. So hopefully he gets a little bit of a rest and he comes back fresher next week against Liverpool. Lee says 3-1 win for us, Joe Linton, Bruno and Tino. Yeah, that'll be great. Tony Ross says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you, mate. Lewis says, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Yeah, thank you very much, Lewis. I'm sure we will. Pete says, definitely take Miggy out. Definitely start Isak, as Wilson has played a lot and got that fear he'll pick up a muscle strain. Absolutely, Pete. And the thing with Isak is he offers a little bit different as well, doesn't he? Lewis says, why not have a shot outside the box? We're trying to walk back in like we did under Steve Bruce. Well, Bruno had a shot outside the box the other day, but he was the problem with Bruno was he was trying to curl it and place it rather than just put his laces through it, I'll be happy with that lineup, says Lewis, absolutely. Merry Christmas, everyone, says Mad Mag. Merry Christmas to you, mate. Lee says, looks like a good lineup. Yeah, I think it's a good lineup. I think that would do well. I'd like to see what Tino Livramento can offer from right wing. Who knows? But not only that, you've got a bit of fluidity there, because what you could do is you could switch. So you could say during periods of the game, you could say, right, Livramento will switch to right back and Trippier switches to right wing and just keep switching it. That would confuse the hell out of Forest, or any team, that would. Plus with Livramento, he's a defender as well, so he'd get back and help defend. I mean, I'm not saying Miggy doesn't help defend. Problem with Miggy is he just does not have that. He doesn't have enough cutting edge this season, and I don't know why he's dropped off this season, because last season he was absolutely superb. Like I see, he was having his own goal of the month competition, but this season he just seems to have dropped right down, and it's like it's not good enough. If we want to be in that top 4 every season, getting in the Champions League, then we have to upgrade players like Miggy Almiron. No disrespect, but we have to. Sentiment now has to start going out the window. If Joe Linton's not fit, say for tomorrow's game, then look, maybe play Matt Ritchie there. I know it's not ideal, but Gordon needs a rest. And the thing is, it's a nice game to play Matt Ritchie against a Nottingham Forest side. We know Matt Ritchie can have good delivery. We know he has. So I wouldn't have a problem if Matt Ritchie played tomorrow, in all honesty. Lewis says, I hope my presents, my mum and dad, my brother and I got a Newcastle United Third Top Pros edition. That was one of them. Excellent, mate. Nice one. Who are we getting on the back? Lee says, be great to see a different player to take free kicks and corners. Yeah, I think it should be shared about. I mean, look, it's always Trippier taking them. Yeah, maybe it should be. Maybe it should be just shared about a bit. But you know, at the end of the day, Eddie Howe has obviously chosen Trippier to take them. Obviously, Lascelles won't be in fit tomorrow because obviously he'd be injured because he came off against Luton. So Trippier will probably take the armband tomorrow. But I still want to see us bring a right winger in January. I want a striker to come in January. I want a defensive midfielder to come in January. The reason I want a proper DM is because, look, with a proper DM in the midfield, defensive midfielder, you've then got that sort of midfielder who can break up the play, who can act as a fifth defender and help out with the back four. If we'd had that in the Champions League, say against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain and, you know, in AC Milan and even Dortmund, they probably don't beat us. And that's the big difference. We didn't invest properly in a number 6. You know, we've lost Tonali for the season for unfortunate circumstances. You know, we've got Pope out for most of the season now. If we brought another keeper in, would you put Pope back in the squad for the season because he's going to be out till late April, maybe beginning of May? Is it worth putting Pope in that squad for that season? Is it just worth keeping him out and just saying, look, okay, get yourself fit and we'll see you next season? It depends how good he's progressing with his shoulder. That's the thing. But look, we do need a defensive midfielder. So I would say right winger, defensive midfielder, another striker. We need another backup striker. If Jonathan David is the one that we're looking at, get him in, definitely. 23 years of age. Look, Callum Wilson's getting no younger. And then, but also you've got Wilson there as a squad player as well, if need be. I would say possibly another centre-back as cover. So, yeah. There's opportunities there. The club can spend money in January. They know they can spend money in January. Yes, we know January is a difficult window for buying players because clubs inflate their prices more. We saw that with Lille when we tried to buy Botman in the January. They wanted 55, 60 million for him. And when it comes to summer, we got him a lot cheaper because clubs know that other clubs need players in January. So they inflate the prices. And that's always been the case. It's always been a hard window, January. Lewis says, I got myself on the back, York 99. Nice one, mate. Craig Wright says, hopefully see a bit of rotation. He has to learn. Absolutely. The thing is, I've seen a lot of fans putting out there he's playing a lot of favourites. And look, yes, he does seem to play his favourites. I mean, look, Longstaff, I thought had a stinker on Saturday. I would have thought Longstaff should have come off and Miley should have stayed on. Now, when I had Rowley on with me yesterday, he said, oh, no, but you keep Longstaff on because of his experience. But no, I don't buy that. Sorry, I don't buy that because, look, Lewis Miley's played a lot for us. And look how well he's done. So I don't buy the fact that you keep somebody on because you've got the experience. I'm sorry. You bring him in, you keep the players on that are playing well. I mean, a lot of people are saying, yes, okay, Lewis Miley might have been a little bit of fault for their goal. But what about the 3 players in front of him as well that allowed the cross to come back over? So, you know, it can't all be put on young Lewis Miley. And to be honest with you, the lad is 17. You can't expect him to be, you know, banging form every game. And I think he's done really well. With Champions League badge on because I got it before we got knocked out. Nice one. Lee says, needs at least 21 points or more for away games. We need to start sorting this away form out. It's just ridiculous. I'm just pleased that we are at home tomorrow rather than away. Lewis says it'll be just our luck. Dubravka will get injured at the January window. That will just be typical Newcastle. I hope it doesn't happen. Well, the De Gea's on a free, so we can always bring him in, I suppose. Let's give the younger players a chance, give some opportunities for players to recover properly. This is the thing, Lee. and I'm not just blaming Eddie Howe for this, by the way, playing the same players. Is the medical team to blame here? Because are they rushing players back too quickly? You know, remember Jacob Murphy when he come back against Arsenal? He was on the field about, 10, 15 minutes and his shoulder dropped again. He had to go off, you know. Or our medical team rushing players too back quick, you know, bringing them back far too quickly. When you go back to like when we had Derek Wright as physio, yes, we had injuries, but we never seem to have players coming back and getting injured straight away. They seem to be fine. So I just wonder if, you know, if the medical team are to blame for a lot of these injuries because they're just rushing players back. Look at Anthony Gordon. He doesn't look fit at all, you know. Should he have been playing Saturday? I would have said no. I would have said rest him. You could have played Matt Ritchie, no disrespect, against Luton Town. So, yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. Godfather says, Merry Christmas, Tony. Chat, what's for dinner, Tony? Well, we're not having a Christmas dinner today because my other half, she's at work. So we're just going to have like a snack tea later on, like snacky bits. But we're going out for a Christmas dinner tomorrow. So that'll be all right. Lewis says, Jacob Murphy was only on the pitch for 2 minutes before the shoulder popped out again. You come on and you have to go straight back off again. That was unlucky. But again, is this because, Lewis, the medical team are rushing him back? And as Jacob Murphy himself said, oh, look, I feel fine, when really he's not, you know. So it's a balancing act, but we definitely need to bring some players in. And Eddie's got to start rotating players. He's got to stop thinking, right, okay, I need to keep playing this player. I mean, we all thought Trippier would have a rest on Saturday, and he didn't, and he came in and played. Yes, okay, he didn't make any errors on Saturday, and he had an okay-ish game. Probably Dubravka was the pick in the team because obviously he kept the score down, but Luton shouldn't have been testing us that much. And they hit the bar twice and the post once. So, you know, all in all, if those shots off the bar and the post go in, they've beat us 4-0, you know. So thanks to the woodwork as well, helping us out. Forest, I think they're without Iwanyi. So without him, they're a bit weakened up front. But they have got Divock Origi, and we know Origi has scored against us before when he played for Liverpool. Most famously, back when Rafa was manager. So we remember him quite well. But look, rotation is key here. And Eddie Howe just needs to start rotating, and that's a thing. And Rowley keeps saying to me, well, how can you rotate? We haven't got the players. We have Rowley. What about Alex Murphy? He's on the bench. Why is Alex Murphy not getting a chance? He's played some Premier League minutes. He played well in pre-season. You know, if you've got him on the bench, use him, bring him on. Give him a shot. You know, what harm are you doing? Even if tomorrow you wanted to play a Botman for 70 minutes, bring Alex Murphy on and give him 20 minutes. What's the harm in that? I don't see any harm in that whatsoever. So we have got players there to rotate. Yes, they're youngsters, but Alex Murphy looks like he's going to be a cracking centre-back in the future. You know, he could come in and play an absolute blinder. You know, but you don't know until you give these kids a chance. You've got to start giving them a chance, you know. But, you know, we just have to wait and see. Hopefully, Eddie does make a bit of rotation tomorrow. I have got a sneaky feeling it'll be the same team against Luton. But, you know, we'll never know what Eddie Howe, we'll never know what's going through Eddie's mind and how he picks the team. We know they're in for training this morning. He's having them in for a few hours training and then allowing them to go back home and enjoy the festivities. Either way, tomorrow's going to be it's going to be a difficult game in some ways, but it's a game we can definitely beat Forest. That's for sure. Goldfather says, I get the impression Eddie Howe is learning on the job against Luton. Yes, we have an injury crisis, but overworking the fit players is counterproductive. Absolutely. Totally agree with you on that one, mate. Absolutely agree. Craig says, Miggy has to be rested. Yeah, he has to be. He's not the same Miggy as he was last season. And teams have worked him out because they know he's got to go to his left foot. I would like to see Miggy play from the left, in all honesty, but Gordon's playing well on that side. We need a keeper that will come out for the ball, not get confused, like Dubravka, says Lee. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Lee. And I think we will sign another keeper. I think, look, even if De Gea come in for short term, he'd still do a decent job. But I think in the summer, we'll invest in a new keeper. Dubravka will probably be shown the door, in all honesty. And I think we'll invest in a new keeper in the summer and one who can play with the ball at their feet as well. Because that's what's key. You need a keeper who can play with the ball at his feet. So I think we'll end up with someone like that. If you look at Man City, Edison's one of those keepers who can play with the ball at his feet. There's a one at, obviously, Everton, we know can play the ball with his feet. We'd rather not say who he is. Lewis says, I feel sorry for Nottingham Forest players. They will have to come up today later on tonight. That's part and parcel of being a footballer, unfortunately, Lewis. Craig says, if we do not beat Forest, I fear for our season. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Look, if we don't beat them tomorrow, yeah, it's not looking great, is it? I mean, look, we're still, we're still up in 7th place at the moment, so we're not too bad out of there. And we're not that far away from the Champions League places, but we've got to start winning games, and that's the thing. And it's no good just winning one game and then going away from home and getting beat. And like I said yesterday on the show, I don't want us to go to Liverpool, win that game, and then not win another away game all season because yes, it would be great to go to Anfield and beat them, but then to go on and not win another away game this season, that would be tragic. So, we need to start picking up points on the road. Gordon can't keep playing injured. Absolutely not. BS says, why not try Diallo left wing? Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. There's youngsters there. The thing is, with young players is they're hungry to do well. And they want to do well. So why not give them a go? Godfather says, T-Rex Psalms, no, please. No, we don't want him. No, definitely not to having him at Newcastle. But all I'm saying is you just want a goalkeeper who can play with the ball at their feet as well. Got a stick on Woody Woodpecker tomorrow, says Lee. Yeah. I mean, as I say, it's a game we need to win. And I think we can win it tomorrow. And we should win it tomorrow. Forest have been poor. Obviously, that's why Forest did start off the season quite well, and then they've just seemed to have dropped off. And obviously, that's cost Cooper his job. And they brought Nuno in. But I think we'll beat them tomorrow. And I think it'll be a nervy game tomorrow. Let's be honest, it's going to be a nervy game. But with the crowd behind us, and let's hope the players aren't too full up off their Christmas dinner and they're raring to go tomorrow, which I'm sure they are. Eddie House said he's happy that we've got a game in such a short time so we can put things right. Look, we should never have lost to Luton Town, in all honesty. But Luton deserved it because Luton wanted it more than what we did. I'd rather support a different team if Pickford come to Newcastle. He wouldn't come to Newcastle anyway, Lewis. I don't think he would. We wouldn't want him anyway, and Newcastle wouldn't want him. They might not have a Christmas dinner today, they may have it tomorrow, and then they can have some little bit of alcohol. As far as I know, I don't think Bruno Guimaraes drinks, does he? Because he did say he doesn't drink alcohol. Keeps himself fit that way. But look, yeah, they might do, Lewis, but I think they'll have that Christmas dinner today. But remember, different nationalities might celebrate Christmas differently to what we do, so they might have a different way of celebrating Christmas. Brazil might have a different way of celebrating Christmas. They might not have turkey and all the trimmings and everything. They might have a totally different dinner to what, so all different nationalities have different ways of celebrating the festive season. 7 days today, but next week, more importantly, New Year's Day is the first day of the January window. So the January window opens next Monday. And look, absolutely can't wait for that to happen. And it's going to be, you know, the rumours are flying around already about players, but honestly, come, like I say, come next Monday, that's when all the action starts, and that's when we've got to get down to work and get it sorted rather quickly as well. Let's get some players in. As I say, we've been linked with this guy, Jonathan David from Lille. We've had some good dealings with Lille over the years. In the past, we've brought in Matthias Debussy, if you remember, the right back, who was terrific for us, by the way. Johan Kabay, another one who was terrific. And most recently, Sven Botman joined us last season. So obviously we have a good rapport with Lille. Now, AC Milan are also interested in Jonathan David, but they have come out and said they cannot compete with Newcastle financially. So that leaves the door open for us. Jonathan David's on about £28,000 a week in wages. So even if we trebled his wages, that isn't a problem for him. So yeah, look, I think he'd be a terrific signing, especially at 23 years of age. Not a bad player at all. And his goal ratio, even at international levels, 1 and 2 as well. So he's not a bad striker to have. Even if he wasn't playing every game, but at least he would. You've got somebody who can come off the bench and change a game, because that's what we need. We need a goal scorer who can get off the bench. Like I said yesterday, if you remember the Man U of the past, when they were a good Man United side, they had Mark Robbins on the bench. He used to come off and score goals for fun for Man U. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was another one who used to come off the bench and score. Who was the other one? Chicharito as well. Javier Hernandez used to come off the bench for Man United and score. And that's what you need. You need them sort of players in your team that can come off the bench and make an impact. Other players we've been linked to. Matthias Sule, who's on loan at Frosinone from Juventus, probably cost you about 15 to 20 million quid. 20-year-old Argentinian, right winger. Upgrade on Miggy straight away. He reminds me, I've seen a couple of clips, he reminds me of a young Angel Di Maria. So I think he would be great and a great addition to the squad. And at 20, he doesn't take up a Premier League place either. So think of that one. I know guys have said, can we get Minty back? The thing we've seen about Minty is apparently we've got to arrange with the club, with Feyenoord. We've got to ask their permission. We've got to speak to the player and see if they would do that. Feyenoord, Arnie Slot might say, I don't want to lose him. I want him here for the season because he's integral to what Feyenoord are doing. And that's fair enough, He's obviously done well under Arnie Slot there. I think if he does stay the season there and then he comes back in the summer, he doesn't go on loan next year, because I think he hangs around the squad, because I think he's going to be a terrific player. I'm not sure on what Goran Kowal's done since he's been at Volendam. I'm not sure if his performances have been spot on. Maybe they've sent him to the wrong team. Kowal maybe should have gone to a championship club, in my opinion, because the championship's a little bit of a hard league, so a lot more physicality, so to give him that physical challenge to see how he copes with that as well. So I would have said that. So maybe if Goran Kowal comes back next year, maybe send him to the championship. Taff Marks, Merry Christmas, Tony, and all in the chat. Merry Christmas to you as well, mate, and great to see you as well on this Christmas day, and hope you got everything you wanted off Santa Claus. Hello, Tony. We need a dangerous goal scorer on the right wing. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Matthias Sule is that one. He is a good player. He really is. As I say, he can't get in the Juventus team, but he is on loan at Frosinone. I will bring these stats up in a moment. He is a good player. Let's be honest. Is Sule. As I say, he's a 20-year-old Argentinian. So if I'll grab his stats up and I'll tell you how he's done this season so far on loan at Frosinone. And as I say, a 20-year-old, you can't go wrong. And if that's the sort of money that's going to cost 15 to 20 million, then absolutely go and get him. Go and get him as far as I'm concerned. I'm just waiting for his stats to load up. That's Matthias Soule there. There he is. And he's frozen on top. Okay, so he's only on loan till the summer. As I see, he's left-footed, but he can play. He does play right wing. He can play attacking midfield as well. He started all 15 games this season for Frosinone. He's got 6 goals and he's got 1 assist. His accurate passing per game is 81%. His accurate crossing is 33%. And he's had 2 yellow cards all season. So he's not a bad player. Bearing in mind, he's playing for a team that is, I think they just got promoted last season, Frosinone. So, to be honest with you, he's not doing too bad. He's only 20, so he's got room for improvement and room to grow. So he will get better. He may come in the Premier League and score abundance of goals, we don't know. But again, it's a great one to have. And if he comes in, even Foxy, when he's been in the chat, has said, he's like Miggy, but better, if you know what I mean. He says, and he scores better and he assists more. So let's hope. I mean, I know he's only had 1 assist so far this season. He actually played against his parent club on Saturday as well, because in Italy there's no rules that they can't play against their parent clubs, unlike over here. But yeah, that's another one, another youngster. And you know what? Why not? Why not? Bring him in. I think that would be a good. That would be a good one. Last year we were on 30 points at Christmas. Yes, we were, weren't we? So we're not really that far away, are we, from where we were last year? The only difference is we didn't lose as many games by then. We'd drawn quite a few, but we hadn't lost a lot. So, so back then it wasn't too bad. I mean, we're on 29 points now, so we're only a point worse off than we were last season at this point. Win tomorrow and we'll be on 32, so lovely. We'll have to go early to get Eddie fit. Yeah, we need to get players in early. I'm hoping in some ways, we'll love the banter from Arthur as well, saying Sunderland 2, Newcastle 1 the FA Cup. We'll see, mate. We'll see when it happens. Yeah, exactly. We'll have to get them in early. So hopefully the club are doing all the deals early. I prefer Boxing Day, says Arthur. Godfather says only 1 point off Craig. Not bad considering we played Champions League and half the squad is missing. Absolutely, yeah. Just shows how much of that teams have improved. Yeah, when you look at it, I mean, look, you look at Villa, they're flying. But what happens if they get a few injuries? They'll drop off. There'll be a drop off from Villa. There's got to be. They won't stay there all season, I don't think. But we need to look after ourselves. We need to start getting these away performances sorted out. We need to start winning games away from home. And that is the concern. We're not winning the games from home. We've only won 1 in the Premier League all season. That was the 8-0 at Sheffield United. Nah, it's not Lewis now, is it? Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. Yes, 12:30 tomorrow kickoff. So an early kickoff. But look, we need to go out there, just get the job done against Forest, and then we worry about Liverpool later on. Minty needs to stay there till he's the unfinished product. Yeah, that's what I think as well, Craig. I don't think Arnie Slot will want him to come back. I think he'll want to keep him there because he's helped Feyenoord out a lot this season. He's been important to Feyenoord, and so yeah, we'll see what happens with him. I think he'll stay there till the summer do anyway. Could be worse, could be Chelsea. Absolutely, Jake. I mean, look, they got beat yesterday off Wolves, and they're not a great side, Chelsea. Craig says, Qual not getting game time, only scored one. Yeah, he's not getting a lot of game time, is he? And this is the problem. I mean, is the lad going to make it? That is the thing. I don't know, and that's it. That's why I say throw him at the. I would maybe be, if I was the club, I'd be tempted to say to Volendam, we'll bring them back in January and we'll send them to the Championship for the rest of the season on loan. Even if you went down the road to Borough, somewhere like that, at least it's somewhere just to give them a bit of, bit of game time as well, maybe. 12:30 kick-off, but I have to be at St James for 9:30. Have to be there for 9 for work before I go into the match. Yeah, enjoy that, Lewis. Enjoy that, mate. But yeah, look. The Qual situation, yeah, I think Championship club would suit him down to the ground. Absolutely. But as I say, the only other thing is now we know Jim Ratcliffe has now got a stake in Man United. It's been approved. It's funny how it went through on a Sunday, by the way, but it must have obviously been sorted out way before. And then obviously they've just announced it yesterday. Now then, we know there's rumours gone around. We know there's rumours gone around about Dan Ashworth maybe going to Man United. Now that Ratcliffe's there, is this where the tempo is going to be going up? I hope Dan Ashworth turns around to Man United and says, thank you for your offer, but no thank you. I prefer to stay where I am. I don't want to go to a club that's a sinking ship. I want to go to a club that's on the up. And there's only one club that's on the up, and that's Newcastle. Man U's on the decline. So I hope Dan Ashworth politely says to him, thanks, but no thanks. Find somebody else. Find another mug. And I hope he does. He's got no reason to go. Why would he want to go to a club that's toxic with their fans the way they are? The toxicity in that club is just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, let's hope it's all just blows over and Dan Ashworth's still here. I think he will be anyway. Okay, well, see you later. See you later, Lewis. Have a great day, mate. Enjoy your Christmas as well. Yeah, guys, so I was only doing this as a short show this morning. But if you have liked what you see, please do smash that like. It does help the channel. So if you haven't yet clicked that like, then please do. That'd be great. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe and be part of this great community. And also the bell notification lets you know when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. So yeah, I want to say thank you to all the viewers that come on here. You're absolutely brilliant. I wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for you. Absolutely love your support. Love the banter we have in the chat. My channel's only been going for 14 months. It's done really, really well in 14 months. I mean, within 10 months, I was already at 1,000 subscribers, which even blew me out the water because I didn't even think I'll get that many by within 10 months. But as I say, you guys are absolutely fantastic who come on here. You make this channel. We have great community. We have great people coming in the chat. And we look forward to a 2024 with even greater shows. And, so we'll have a lot more coming up. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with a pre-match. So that'll probably be around about 11:15 tomorrow for the pre-match. So we'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, but as I say, I do want to thank everybody who does come on and support the channel as well. It's absolutely a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. As I say, I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Have a great day. Don't get too drunk. I know when you eat too much on a Christmas dinner, you just sort of sit on the couch and you fall asleep, and that's what normally happens. And that's what Christmas is all about. Indulging and having a good time, and just enjoy yourselves, whatever you're doing today. Let's go into some final comments. Will you too, Tony? Cheers, Lewis. London Tourist and Man United. Yeah, been a great show, Tony and everyone. Merry Christmas. Keep up the good work, Tony. Big thumbs up. Thank you very much indeed, Lee. Thank you, mate. But yeah, guys, as I say, enjoy whatever you're doing today. And remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And, enjoy the rest of your day. And we've got another comment coming there. Craig, we were third on 30 points. Yes, we were, weren't we? Yeah. So, yeah. We're not that far away from the top four, but we just have to... it's these away games. That's the only thing that's killing us, these away games. If we could win these away games, then we'd be absolutely fine. Luton is the game we should have gone there and got a result at. So that is the thing. But Luton beating us, that might be their result. That might be the game that thinks, right, okay, we now need to go on a run, and Luton could go on a run and stay up, and I think they could stay up. But enjoy whatever you're doing today, guys, and have a great day. But I'll be back tomorrow with a pre-match, so do join me for that. But until then, have a very good Christmas, and see you later. How are you, the lads? Me home to the banks of the river.